everything you got. And that's how they get power, because 3/4 of our budget, our money, are going to the illegals in California. Listen, 3/4. What do you think that there's no voter ID law required, and there's more registered voter in the state than the actual eligible voters? Because they got the illegals. That's why your money is going to people. I mean, I have Latino friends. I'm not talking about, this is not racism, okay? I love my friends, actually Carlos. I love my Mexican friends. And I'm not saying that so that I don't piss them off. I just want to differentiate. It's not about identity, ethnics, and all that kind of junk that these liberals trying to make you believe. It's not about that. It's about the way that they fleece, they steal from us and rob us blind and give it to trespassers. How would you like it if trespassers, so-called trespass? That's what it is, trespassers, all right? And even out of the goodness of your heart, I was saying the other day, you can invite the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to live in your basement, and you will feed them for however long they want to, but then they bring in their cousin, like, you know, villagers, 2,300 people, and now they demand that you take care of them and not just house and give them food and give them money. And then now all of a sudden, going to so-called medical care is a right. It's never a right. It's never a right. If you get sick or diabetes or whatever, I'm just saying, even out of the goodness of people's hearts, they can only do so much. But it's never a right. You can never make that demand. So anything they try to make is so-called entitlement. The word entitlement has shackle on you, because when you try to shackle everybody else, then the quality of that care is totally diluted. And, you know, now they wish you would die. That's why this is disgusting, because California is a euthanasia state. They want you to die so they don't have to pay you. And that's something that you ought to look into. You ought to be frightened that this way they can confiscate everything you got. So I'm here. I'm here. Nobody's moving. Nobody is moving. I'm talking about all the cars from here to there. Look at this. If I come out 2 hours from now, it's gonna be the same. So impeach Jerry Brown, and I said that LA City, I don't know, the Garcetti, these so-called what do you call the liberal mayors and all that kind of stuff, they're all in on the takes. Nobody's for the people. Like I was telling you, I called the city about this road, and basically they just laughed at me. They go, yeah, we came out. So this justified their jobs. They came out, there's a storm drain issue. I said, the water is coming down here and coming to my house. There is no storm drain, you see, from Coldwater Canyon. And so in November, what do you think? I'm in such anxiety. I should not live in this kind of anxiety the stupid government has brought upon me. And I'm just one person. If everybody in this fucking neighborhood can rise up and say, we should not be like sheep and have them fleece us, the water comes down here, that's my particular issue. Like I said, I was into a rude awakening, you know, for weeks. They were putting me in this washing machine. Oh, I'm talking about the LA City. Oh, so somebody looked, but you have a road work issue. The guy was actually nice, Gary. He was the supervisor. He said, honestly, he said, the government is a huge maze, but I came out and looked, he came out and looked, the supervisor, right? Anyways, so they're saying there's no storm drain, and this 2-lane old freaking ancient road is now supposed to be like the 405. I don't know how they get away with this shit. So then he says, go to the city works, the public works, but wait a minute, there's no storm drain, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna refer you to the building inspection, because obviously your neighbor's driveway is illegal. It was not graded properly. That's why it has such a grade, and that's why the water's flowing downhill. I gotta turn this because now my face is in the was in the shade. Okay, I'm just really mad, and I don't think I can be funny anymore. I made a episode about the redneck neighbor blaming the unpaved or illegally paved, the bad driveway, like, you know, send all the water down there. I can't force this guy, Famian, to fix it because it would take him maybe tens of thousands of dollars to get it right. But, you know, nobody has any incentive, right? So you think the government is there supposedly protect your rights. So I tell them, I said, this guy, he just need a word from you. Famian, the owner of this driveway, he need a word from you to get this grade right. But they say, oh, no, they don't want to hassle with it. So what the fuck are you doing? They said, what they said is, the building code, even though it was violated, but the guy actually made fun of me. You know, I can't believe that. He thought I was stupid. This so-called the building code inspector, he said, because this house, now, if you come over, this is my neighbor, was torn down. There is no house. He's saying, since there's no building, I can clearly see that this concrete is part of the building. But he said that I cannot enforce. See, I barely just tripped. Look at this. He's told me that. He's actually laughing at me. So it's all a joke to them, basically. He's laughing at me. He said, haha, there's no building, so what do you want me to do? And, you know, like I was saying to you, 10,000 people, they said there's no storm drain, so therefore we cannot help you because there's no drain. I go, that's just marvelous. Why don't we just tear everything down? There's no government, so there's no help. That's great, because we don't need their help. What they're doing, the stupid government in California is put shackles on us and just take our money and do nothing except for put us in this big prison. So we want them out because we're not going to be kicked out. We want to kick them out. Okay. Shut up! Damn California suck! Somebody just cursed at me, right? And notice that they could be illegal. So they're thumbing their nose at us. That meaning trespassers, every criminals, they know. And they know they're coming to California and they're not leaving. I hate to say that. From Shanghai, they're flying in every day. Their destination is California, all right? Los Angeles, from anywhere in the world. I don't care, you know, which, God knows, Nepal. I don't want to just target China or Shanghai, Shandong or Beijing or whatever, but they're on the plane because they know they can get any kind of visa. They try to get any kind of visa to come in here and just leech off us. Not that I have to turn in somebody, but I know for a fact that my family have harbored, and they're guilty. They're guilty in this. My family, we're guilty in, I think, somebody, I don't know. I told you my stepfather tried to kill me. So I was out on the street. While I was out on the street, my mother actually took in his brothers or his nephews, took in actually to live off her. And they have no right to be here. Just on student visa, and they never left the country. And now they have children, they're married, and they're citizens. They're granted all the privileges, that meaning all your so-called entitlements. So is that where you want this country to be? Is to get so-called redistributed upon foreigners that have no right. I know it's ironic because you look at me, you go, oh wow, is she talking bad about herself? Yeah, I have a chip on my shoulder because supposedly, like I said, my mother was hired as a nurse, and So she went through the legal channel, and I think what I wanted to say that, not that I want to be so honorable and all that kind of stuff, but her intention was good. So she was under pressure not to, you know, to get me here. I was the only child, so it's not like there's thousands of us. Anyways, I am a legal immigrant, but ironically, when I got here, she had just met or married this illegal immigrant, a Chinese man that overstayed his visa. So this is all in the past. I mean, he's dead now. I don't know, you know, he was a very evil man. I mean, I have nothing to do with it, but I'm nothing. The guy was very evil, all right? He tried to kill me. I'm talking about my stepfather, the one that when I came to the United States at the very tender age that, you know, very shy and, you know how it is when you go through teenager years and puberty. You're always worried about what other people think, and I was being laughed at because I have nothing, no makeup whatsoever, so now I got some makeup on. This is all because the detriments that were brought upon me. I'm not playing a victim, I'm just stating the facts.